is 2 bottles of this is average. That's what an average person makes per day, okay? But the kidney, because of this ability to auto-regulate, can change the amount of volume up and down. And it regulates not only blood volume, but it can regulate the amount of salt and other toxins that are peed out, okay? The next point that I wanted to make is that there's an interface, there's a part of the kidney that is in between the there's a part of the kidney that filters the blood. So from those arteries, the blood comes up to these little filters. And we give the filters a very unusual name. It's a Latin name called glomeruli. But the filters have the blood running through, and the membrane is very thin. And so what happens is that poisons, lightweight poison, and the results of what you eat, which is breaks down to a very light protein called urea, passes through this membrane into a space and then out through the tubules into the urine. So 2 things pass, this very light urea and water. Okay? Most kidney diseases, 70% of the kidney diseases that we see are due to proteins and debris in the blood blocking these membranes. And when they block the membrane, what happens is that the protein in the blood leaks through the membrane into the urine. So we know that the main sign of kidney disease is protein that shouldn't be there in the urine. Okay? It's important because when we do a dipstick of the urine to see if there's any disease present, if we see protein in the urine, we know that there is a kidney disease present. Okay? It's the #1 sign for picking up any kind of kidney damage. Okay? Now, a lot of things can happen to this membrane, and we have certain types of damage. There can be scars, there can be lumps, there can be a sort of a uniform thickening of the membrane, but all of them come under the category of membrane diseases we call glomerulonephritis. And glomerulonephritis is the most common cause of kidney problems. Okay? Diabetes also, because it produces a lot of inflammation, also causes these membranes to become thickened and scarred. And in diabetes, they get a little lump on them that it's a little nodule, a little nut sort of, that sits on the membrane. It's very distinct. We call it a Kimmel-Steele-Wilson nodule. Okay? But the things to remember are that all of the filters are in the outer part of the kidney, and the tubules are on the inside of that artery, on the inner side. Okay? Most diseases are diseases of the filters and not of the tubules. And while there are diseases of the tubules, most of the time the diseases of the tubules are caused by chemicals or toxins like lithium, like mercury, like industrial poisons, can cause what we call an interstitial nephritis. Okay? That's the tubular portion. You could call it a tubularitis, but that sort of didn't get to be the right name. They call it interstitial or inside part nephritis, as opposed to the outside part, which is disease of the filters, called glomerulonephritis. Okay?